Hey guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded, and I know I said I was going to do a car accessory haul video, but it's on the way. I'm still getting a couple of things. I just want to make sure that I have everything before I make that video. Also, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a lot of my reviews and honest opinions about certain makeup and etc. I did an unboxing of all the products that I'll be using on TikTok and kind of chit-chatted about it there, but all of the products will be listed below in a LTK link, so you go ahead and click that if you're curious about anything that I'm using in today's video. The one product that I didn't mention in the TikTok makeup haul that I did was the first one that I'm about to put on my face, which I thought I would mention it because I'm not listing any of the products in the description. But it's this Bobbi Brown primer. This is my holy grail primer. If you are a dry girly, this is like a moisturizer primer that really holds your makeup together, and I really like this. I've used a bunch of different primers in the past, like I've used the e.l.f. one that's comparable to the jelly milk one or whatever. I don't like the gel one. To me, that's just too much on my face and it feels sticky and I just don't like it. This is more of like a lotion. It's creamy. It's great for those that have dry skin. Anywho, now that we got that out of the way, hi. It's been a little minute since the last time we have chatted, but there's a couple of things that I want to talk to you about while I do my makeup. I don't know, I just feel like while I do my makeup for work, we should get into it. There's just a lot of things on my mind, and now that I'm doing this, or trying to do this YouTube thing a little bit more consistently, let's talk. Let's just get into it. I made a list of things that I want to talk about, so we may not cover all of them, but we're going to cover a couple of things. And I think the biggest one that we should get into first is, why don't I dress goth? What happened to the store? What's going on? Because obviously I was doing goth and witch content for I started doing Sleepy Flower, I think in I want to say 2017 or 2018. That was my previous username handle. I was going full on balls to the wall. This is my niche. I'm goth. I'm spooky. I'm this. I'm that. I'm a witch. And I literally opened a store and had it open for I want to say two years. I could be wrong on that. A year maybe. But long story short is sometimes you want things and then when you have the thing, you don't actually want it. And what I mean by that is what foundation do I want to use today? I think I'm going to use the Armani one today. I'm going to recreate a Pinterest look while I'm here. I'll show you what I'm going to recreate. I'll put it on the screen, but I need to put it on my phone as well. It's a very simple eyeliner look. We're doing something basic today. But don't worry, fun, creative makeup looks are on the way. Again, I promise. I just have needed to get settled. We're going to talk about that too. But anyway, back to what I was saying is, when you get the thing that you've been dreaming or desiring about for so long, I really wanted to be a store owner. My degree, or an online store owner, my bachelor's degree is in digital retailing. So e-commerce, basically. I knew that I've always wanted to have my own store. I thought it would be the coolest thing ever. And I've had multiple online stores, but I was really hoping that the witch store was something that would, be my end all. I'd end up eventually getting a brick and mortar store and etc. I wanted it to grow, But then when I got into it, I realized, no, this is actually not fulfilling me spiritually. And that's another thing too, is if you're gonna get into business that's very close to your spiritual practice, or even I guess your religion, I don't know, if you get into business that's your spiritual practice, okay, it becomes very muddy and it's not the same experience as you just doing it on your own accord, right? You then become a teacher to other people about your spiritual practice. You then become a seller of your spiritual practice to other people. And it's I think that I could have continued to do it and it would have grown and it would have been awesome. But I just didn't feel like it was, I don't know, in alignment for me whenever I was doing it. I loved packing orders and I loved creating the products, but what I hated doing is marketing. I am not a huge fan of marketing. I think a lot of you probably could guess that. I don't really post a lot on social media. I don't want to say that posting on social media is attention seeking, but a lot of the times for some people it is. Because again, marketing yourself and putting yourself out there is a way to find people who have the same interest as you or similar interest. It's not always about selling yourself, but in that particular business, if you want to grow and you want to make sales, you have to market yourself. And I don't enjoy marketing myself. I don't like putting myself out there for people to be like, oh, this is a really cool thing. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I didn't like it. So I decided, okay, if this is not for me, I'm just going to burn it to the ground. And I have no shame in burning things to the ground or like quitting something that's not in alignment for me. A lot of the times when I would tell people I was shutting down the store, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm actually cool with it. Like, I mean, it was something that I wanted for sure, but it's not something that you have to be sorry about. I'm actually a lot happier not having a store and the pressure to do all of these store owner things. You know what I'm saying? So am I still a witch? Do I still practice witchcraft? Is that still something that's very important in my life? Yes, it is. But the way that I'm a witch now, or how I practice witchcraft, is very, very, very different. I think I have suffered at the hands of social media and brain rot and like always wanting to fit into a subculture or a community, or like always, I don't know. It's when you're chronically online, you get it. And I feel like I had basically done that and branded myself as a witch. Now it's more so of like, whenever I wasn't calling myself a witch, the magic of what I was experiencing and the stuff in my life, and like, I didn't have to necessarily scream to the world that I was a witch. I didn't have to brand myself as a witch. I just practiced witchcraft and I did what worked for me. I wasn't a teacher to other people. I wasn't giving tarot readings to other people. It was literally just for me. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at now with it, because I still pull a tarot card every day. I still manifest. I still do full moon rituals and new moon rituals. And I still do certain like Sabbats and stuff, or celebrate certain Sabbats. But now it's just not in your face every single day. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm observing my own, witchcraft practices and seeing how they've differed since I've been growing as a person. And I just feel like online witchcraft can be portrayed as this like super cool, niche, trendy, or like, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say like daydream, desireful type of thing. But in reality, witchcraft is not that. Witchcraft doesn't look pretty and packaged in a beautiful photo or a beautiful video. Witchcraft is what you make it. And I think also I am going to be shading a couple of people in the witchcraft community. I don't care. I feel like it's just not authentic or genuine, and I think it's performative. And I felt like marketing my store felt performative, and I didn't like that aspect of being a witch shop owner. I didn't like that. Because you'll go on TikTok, you'll go on Instagram, and you'll see all these, write his name 10 times down on a piece of paper and sleep under, like do all these different things. And it's like, you don't necessarily have to make that your witchcraft. If it is your witchcraft, cool, whatever works for you and whatever works for me is going to be vastly different, because we're both different. But again, I like keeping my practices a lot more low key. I don't want people to be like, you're a witch. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't need to exclaim that to the world anymore, that I'm a witch, even though I practice magic and stuff like that. Whatever. It's not something that is my entire personality. Like, I think with certain subcultures, you're like, oh, I'm goth. And that's your entire personality. It's like, no, I am a very complex, multi-layered individual, and I don't want to be boxed in anymore. I really don't. Anyway, speaking of witchcraft, the eclipse, spirituality, astrology, all that good stuff, you guys, the month of April literally grabbed me by my scalp. I don't know what was in the water. I don't know if it was Mercury retrograde on top of the eclipses, but baby, March was such a good month, and I felt like I was on a high, and I knew in the month of March, I was like, this high is going to come down. I can feel it. I'm going to come crashing down. And the month of April took me, it felt like, to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, we're almost towards the end of the month now, but babes, I'm ready for April to be over. I'm glad that Mercury retrograde is ending the 25th, which is like in a couple of days, because I didn't think I was gonna make it. The full moon was yesterday, and I took the day off. It was like the second day of my period too, so it was a lot. It was a very transformative ritual that I did for the full moon in Scorpio. But at the same time, it was just like waterworks, tears. And I'm going through like another spiritual healing. I won't even say journey, because I think our whole experience of being a human is spiritual, and you have to continuously healing and growing and whatever. But I feel like I'm on another type of healing journey, which I didn't think that I was ever going to need to do or be in, but here we are. The healing is like, I don't know if I want to get into that. Hold on, let me think about it while I look at these. So this one's caramel, this one's taupe. Okay. So I'm going to be using these brow things by NYX instead of the Urban Decay ones. These are the Urban Decay ones, they're purple, and this is the NYX ones. I feel like with the Urban Decay ones, if I put this on my brows, like over the course of time, like 4 to 5 hours, this color is like a taupe color. Okay, so like think like light brown. Every time I put this on, I feel like it oxidizes in a very strange color. It's not the same color as it was once I put it on, and I don't like that. So I'm trying the NYX one. I wore it yesterday or 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago, and it looked fabulous. I mixed it in with another color, and I think it's like caramel. Yeah, the caramel is too dark for the brow color that I like, but I like mixing dark brown and light brown together a lot, so that's what I'm going to be using, and that's what I'm going to be doing today for my eyebrows. And I cannot talk when I'm doing my eyebrows, so I'm going to do my eyebrows and come back and then we'll get into it. I think the lighting in my room right now, because the sun is behind me and my vanity lights are so bright, the coloring looks weird. Like I look really, really white and pale, but I'm not. Hold on. Like, see, this is my actual skin tone, but I don't want to have yellow lighting. So I just look strange in this light. But anyway, since I'm not claiming to the world that I'm goth or claiming to the world that I'm a witch, and my style has completely changed, I've been losing a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers. And to top it all off, I also deleted Twitter. I deleted Twitter, and I have Twitter accounts still, but I deleted my personal Twitter. I think the concept of being perceived online, the older I get, is getting weirder and weirder to me. I think you know, I can look at this from so many different angles, but I think the concept of people seeing what I'm typing, people seeing what I look like even though they're not in my life, is starting to become a little bit strange to me. I know that sounds weird, but it is. It's getting a little weird to me. So this makeup look that I'm doing today is very simple. It's basically just like a cat eye with a little siren eyeliner thing in the middle. And she's got a cut crease as well. I just noticed that she had a cut crease in that. So I don't know if I'll be doing a cut crease, but we'll see. Yeah, so I've been losing a lot of followers and subscribers, and I completely understand why people are doing it. It's because we don't like the same stuff. I'm not relatable to them anymore. They don't understand who I am. They don't, you know, and to be fair, I think you should be cleaning up who you're following all the time, because if you're not, you're consuming content that's just not in alignment with you. So I'm an advocate for those people unfollowing me. Like, do what you gotta do, boo. But at the same time, it's still like strange. It's strange to me, again, like this internet realm of people perceiving me and then me changing and then being like, no, I don't want to perceive you anymore because you're not the person that you used to be. It's just a very strange experience whenever we come out of it. It's like we have this digital world, then we have the material world, and then we have the spiritual world. And I feel like I'm going through all of these different realms at all times, and I'm like, what realm or what frequency am I on? And I think that's another part of like the healing journey, because it's like there's so many ways to be perceived, and it's just like I don't even want to be perceived. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's the way that our world works, and I'm very like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? Like, why am I letting people perceive me online? It's very strange. I'm a 30-year-old woman that's posting pictures of herself online for what? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it gets a little weird. Anyway, let's not even get into that. The most important thing that I do want to bring up is like, whenever you are putting yourself on the internet, it opens you up to like receiving other people's opinions, thoughts, comments about whatever it is that you're posting, right? And I feel like the older I get, I don't feel like I'm relating to most of the people who have been close with me on the internet because of the path that I'm on, which is entirely okay. But I feel like I'm not relatable. If I told you what I do for a living and my everyday and all of these things, 120%, you would not be able to relate to me. A lot of people cannot relate to me. I don't have a normal life, and I wish that I could share my life with you, but again, there's somebody that I don't want to in my family that I don't want to talk about it with yet, so I can't post it on the internet, and I don't even know if I would want to post my personal life and what I do for a living on the internet, or like, again, it's very strange to be on the same internet. Look, I'm not even doing my makeup, I'm just talking. It's very strange to be on the internet that I once was on, and I clung to so many different personalities to feel like I fit in, right? Like, I'm just like thinking about the MySpace days and like how being seen was cool. I'm thinking about like the Tumblr days of how like being alternative was cool. And now it's just like, I don't need to be cool. I am cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be in a subculture to be cool. I'm okay with who I am as a person. Like, I don't need to claim anything. I don't need to be relatable to anyone. So it's like, I think because I feel that way, other people don't feel that way. I don't know. I don't think that it's bad to have similar interests as other people and find your community online, especially if you live in bumfuck nowhere. Like, I get it. Like, I'm from Texas. I feel like I used to be from bumfuck nowhere. Like, I promise, I get it. That's why I even turned to the internet in the first place. But I feel like because I don't need that, I'm not as relatable, and I don't know if I should even be here. But I feel like there is a part of me that needs to be on the internet. I don't know what it is. I feel like there's some reason why I'm doing this. There's a reason, and I don't know why yet, but there's a reason why I'm putting myself on the internet, okay? I don't know if I'm aging out of the internet. I don't know, but I don't feel like I have an online community that I am like, oh yeah, this is like, these are my people, they get me, you know what I'm saying? And it feels very strange because I go back to this like feeling of being in middle school, of being able to float from so many different types of groups, from the popular kids to the athletes to the emo kids or the punk kids, whatever. I was able to jump back and forth through all of those groups. I really was. And now it's like the older you get, does it even matter? Does it even matter? I don't know. I have no idea, but it just feels strange to be not in a subculture and people being like, well, I don't like you because you're not in a subculture anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like strange. It's like, do you not realize that there are complexities and like human beings are multidimensional? I don't know. It's just strange to me. I've lived in California for almost 10 years now, and I don't feel like I have my like spots. I've got like places that I like to go to eat. I've got like, you know, bars that friends and I have, you know, gone to in the past, and like we like them and whatnot. But I think the difference between being a transplant to LA or just California in general is like, you know, the area, you know what areas you like to be in, the places you like to go, the beaches you like to go, etc. And I don't feel like I've really explored that in California. I know it sounds weird because I've lived here for so long, but I feel like I want to focus more on living my life. Maybe I have suffered from disassociation from a really long time. Maybe, could be. Like I'm watching someone else live out their life rather than me. But I want to focus more on living and getting back to my spiritual or like natural identity, and not focusing on other people, what they have, what group they're in, what they do for a living, or whatever. I feel like also my content has always been shaped that way. Like, oh, I have to niche down, so I'm gonna only do videos on this topic, or oh, I have to do this. And I just feel like I'm over it. I want to just like live my life and like be me. And I think I've always been someone that is open-minded to differences in people. I'm okay with agreeing to disagree. And a lot of people are not okay with that. Like, for example, politics is one thing where people are like, oh, I could never be friends with a Republican. Oh, I could never be friends with a Democrat. Oh, I could never be friends with, and it's like, why not? Are you so narrow-minded that their existence of difference of opinion is like, you can't accept them as a human? And I know, okay, certain topics are like, well, because they believe in like abortion, or maybe they are anti-abortion, I just cannot be around that individual. That's fair. I totally get that. But at the same time, I think I come into this place of unconventionality where I know that extremes are always going to exist at opposite ends of the spectrum. And it's like, just because a person has different beliefs in me, that doesn't mean to me that that is a bad person. I just feel like I'm just a very open-minded individual. I'll try anything once. I'll hear someone out and try to understand where they're coming from, why they take that stance on a certain thing. And even though I might disagree with them, that doesn't make me like them less as a person. Maybe that is not the best thing to do, but I don't care. Like, that's fine with me. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. And I don't want somebody to do that because, first of all, I like bickering. I like bantering back and forth and like seeing, you know, how things can be different than what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? I like to expand my mind because differences will help you grow. If you stay the same forever, you're going to stay in the same spot forever. Nothing is ever going to change. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to like put that out there and be like, if you are somebody that you feel like you're a stick in the mud and you've never changed, maybe that's okay. You're going to be the same person for the rest of your life. You know, that's who you are. But for me, I need adventure. I need differences. I need change. I need to grow in ways that I never have before in order for my soul to feel connected to itself. I was telling you guys about this entire month of April being like weird or whatever, right? This entire month of April, I went off my rocker babes. Okay, if you're new here, I have been a vegan for like almost 10 years. And recently I've been introducing dairy back into my diet. I've been introducing meat back into my diet, but don't get me wrong, I only had chicken once and it was disgusting and I will not do it again. I didn't miss meat. I'll try meat again. Like I'll try steak or whatever. Sure, or like, I don't know, I'll try it, but if I'm most of the time not going to be messing with it. Like, I just know I don't miss meat. It's just not for me. And then as far as dairy goes, the reason why I wanted to like go back and see like, okay, well, am I missing anything from this experience? Like, how is my diet? Yada, yada, yada. And the answer is no. I have been consuming dairy products. And not that I've been like regretting it or whatever, but I'm lactose intolerant. So consuming dairy is just stupid anyway. At that point, it's like you're asking for it. You're asking for everything that comes with a lactose intolerance. You know what works for your body better than anyone else. And I feel like for some reason I just was like, oh, I'm just going to try all these different things this month. And it felt like I had no structure or discipline. It felt very strange to do things that I normally don't do. But I'm not somebody that will close everything down, I guess you could say. I don't feel like I'm extreme in that sense. But yes, I did try meat and I have been having dairy products. Like I had chocolate and I had like legit Italian food. I haven't experimented with taking like lactose pills or anything like that, but I think I might in the future if my friends want to go to a non-vegan restaurant. And that's another reason why I kind of wanted to start eating meat and dairy again, or just like animal products in general, is because my friends are always like having to go to places that are like have vegan options in it, and it's always like boring. And then also in dating and stuff, I've only ever dated one vegan man, and he's the one that even freaking turned me vegan in the first place when I moved here. So it's very hard to find places that have vegan food and regular omnivore food, okay? So I just was like, okay, well, let's see how my social life is if I like switch it up a bit. And not really much changed, okay, besides me feeling disgusting after eating. So I'm going to try the lactate pills before I eat dairy, if I ever do eat dairy. But I think for the most part, I'm still going to stick to being vegan. And it's not because of the animals. It's not because of like whatever. It's because that's the diet that works best for my body. And some people might be like, wow, why is she vegan if she doesn't care about the animals? Why are you on my page judging me? Okay, you probably have some things I could judge you for. Do you want to get into that? No, we don't, so don't judge me. Anyway, I just feel like this month I've been very, very, very strange. Like one dinner I went out with friends and I had a friend, if you're watching this, Natalie, hey babe, she was like, I've never seen you wear blue jeans. I haven't either. I don't know what's going on. I've been wearing blue jeans and baseball hats. I don't know who I am, but I've been comfortable. I've been feeling good in what I've been gravitating towards. Maybe I'm becoming a basic. Who cares? Who cares? Do you care? No, I don't. It's what I want to wear. Also, let's get into that. There's nothing wrong with being basic anyway. I think a lot of the times there's been shame around being a basic. I need to stop cussing. YouTube is gonna like demonetize my video, but there's nothing wrong with being basic, okay? I don't think that we should shame people for being basic, because basic to me can mean classic. A classic white tee and a good pair of jeans, that's a good outfit. It's basic, but it's a classic outfit. You can never go wrong with the basic. So coming from somebody who has always been not basic and always extra, it's nice to not have to like be over the top all of the time. It's nice to not wear freaking eyelashes that are as long as like spider legs. You know what I'm saying? I like the ease of my life going forward. So the eyeliner, I'll put it on the screen. It's not that hard, but whenever I'm doing the inner corners of my eyes, I tend to mess up a lot. It's like a long curved eyeliner that she has going on, but the way that you do eyeliner heavily depends on your eye shape. She's got a very tiny almond eye, and I've got medium-sized almond eyes. Let's see if I can do her like swoop kind of vibe. I'm gonna go back over it with another eyeliner. This is kind of just how I get the map of which vibe I want. I always start with doing 2 different eyeliner styles and sizes to see which one I like, and then I'll make the other one match. I think this side is more of a swoop and this is more of like a everyday. So we're gonna take a little Q-tip and get rid of the side, and then redo it. I think if you give yourself options when it comes to eyeliner, instead of like trying to make them match every single time, you're just gonna automatically win. It's easier that way for me, I guess. And again, this is just a little outline. This is not the full eyeliner. This eyeliner kind of like reminds me of the olden days when we used to really swoop this up. It's giving like Cray-Sean vibes. And even if it's not even, I really don't care. I won't be wearing this makeup out. I'm just wearing it inside, so it's fine. Now, for the actual eyeliner. My favorite eyeliner by far is NYX. I don't really like their applicator, but to me it's just like the best one because it's the blackest one to me that I found. But the other eyeliner that I used first was I think it's called a Pure eyeliner, P-U-R. I've had it for years, that eyeliner. It probably is expired, but makeup to me is very therapeutic, and I hate doing makeup in a rush. I'm gonna do the cat eye in the corner. Make sure you don't have any eye boogies though. I definitely have an eye booger. Cute. Also, the thing about doing eye makeup exactly like someone else's eyes is your eyes are not shaped like hers, like theirs. And it's like you wanna like do the vibe, but my eyes are not shaped like hers. So I'm gonna have to compromise and make this look work for me. I don't even know what this part of the eye is called. Like, it's like where your tear ducts are. I don't have like a pointed tear duct like hers. Hers is like naturally like an almond shaped cat eye. Mine does not do that. But we can create the illusion of one. I just don't want it to be super thick. I haven't worn eyelashes in a really long time. And it's kind of been trending to be like natural with makeup more so than like full glam, full whatever all the time. No, I'm not trying to be trendy and doing that or whatever. That's just how my life is moving because I'm getting older and less is more for me now. I've been seeing a couple of people like try, like in the goth community, try the natural look of like no lashes or whatever, and they're like, dude, I can't do it. So this is gonna feel very strange to me putting on a lash. I'm very passionate about makeup, and I guess I'm passionate in the sense of like, I like using the products and I like seeing different techniques being used, and I like seeing what I can create out of it. I'm somebody that loves to create things, so makeup is like, again, therapeutic for me. And it's so crazy to see or like think about the difference of how I used to do my makeup and how I do it now in comparison, because if this was like 2014, I would probably be using a very white concealer to set my bags. Like, I don't even need this much. I'm just doing it because it's here. I don't even need this much concealer to set my bags. I used to put way more concealer on, and like it would be so unnecessary to what I even needed. Now everything that I do is like way more low-key, but I will be doing like more, what's the word I'm looking for? Unique or eccentric makeup looks that I used to do. I guess they weren't really all that unique. I don't know. I just feel like my makeup has probably gotten a lot more digestible and probably boring to some people. But it's not boring to me because the application and the experience of using the makeup is what makes it fun. It's not necessarily like creating like, oh, the most coolest like runway editorial look anymore. It's more so, how does the makeup wear? Does it look real? Do you look airbrushed? Does it look like skin? That type of thing for me now, at least. And I also feel like even whenever I was wearing more eccentric looks, like with the platinum blonde hair and stuff like that, I always had this thought in the back of my mind, like a long time ago, an ex-friend of mine said to me, she was always like, I'm so tired of seeing black eyeliner. Like, can people do looks without a black eyeliner? And after she said that to me, it kind of stuck, like, damn, I always do black eyeliner. Like, maybe I should mix it up. So then I stopped using black eyeliner as much, and I felt like my makeup got boring to me. And so now that I'm doing eyeliner again, or black eyeliner again, I'm like, whoa, this is always a slay. It's always classic. So yes, black eyeliner is basic and it's pretty classic, but there's so much that you can do with it to enhance whatever features that you want to enhance or create or whatever. So I look back on that and I'm like, even though she kind of did like call me out basically on my makeup looks, I felt associated to what she was saying. It's like sometimes you need to be a little off balanced in your life. I'm kind of going back to this eclipse thing. Like, you kind of have to get off of your rocker just a little bit to figure out what is out of alignment. So her saying that sent me into experimentative things that I did with my makeup. I'm gonna like let the concealer sit for a bit while I open these bad boys up. The packaging on these is not what I would have expected for House of Lashes, but I like the leopard or cheetah, whatever that is. You guys, these are crazy. And in comparison, hold on, I still have my long girl lashes, and don't get me wrong, I still will be pulling these out for certain looks, but like, this is my friend's brand. Her brand is Spooky Girl Cosmetics, but just like, look at the lash difference. Like, it's insane to me how like, I was wearing these lashes every day. And I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad to wear lashes that big every day, but it's just not practical. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's in frame or if it's in focus. I don't know, but you can kind of see it, even if it's not in focus. That is so big in comparison. Like, I'm trying to fly away with my eyelashes. And for what? You guys saw that the Patrick Ta blush application is way different than anything I've ever seen before. He typically does powder before he does the cream blush. I really don't want to mess up my makeup. I really don't. Because the last time I did this with different products, it messed my makeup up and made it splotchy. So I don't think I'm going to be trying that today in this video because I have to take pictures after this. I did try his cream blush already and it's so highly pigmented. I do like it. It's way better than the NARS one that I have. So yeah, I definitely am enjoying the product. You'll see it's so pigmented, and when I set my makeup with powder, it's not gonna go away. It's just gonna be blended in. So yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's like, when the concealer dried down, it's so close to my wrinkles under my eye bags. This is why I let it dry down, because you want it to be like creaseless. You don't want it to have these creases. So I let it dry down, and then I'll go back in with a little sponge and just make sure that it's blended in more. And the secret to a good blend when it comes to your blush and your concealer, your contour, is you go back over it and make sure that it's completely dry by the time you set your face. And I need to blend my contour on my nose here. But I'm just gonna blend it out with this instead of do it with a brush. I also want to start experimenting with different places of putting contour. What I find in like TikTok or Instagram filters is where the person places the contour on the nose is so interesting to me, because your nose can really shape your face. Just like eyebrows can shape your face, your nose can also really make a difference in how your facial structure looks. And I used to contour the crap out of my nose, and I miss doing it. I just am using a different product, so I can't make it as sharp or buttony as I want it, because this is a more low-key product rather than like a, we're getting glam today, you know what I mean? So yeah, not a fan. Maybe it's the lash though. Maybe it's the lash. I don't know. Let's finish the makeup. And you guys, just to be fair, I am on my period, so I just feel like when I'm on my period, I have PMDD, and a lot of the times it's hard to be conscious of your emotions and hormones and all kinds of like mental issues and all this stuff whenever you have PMDD. If you don't know what PMDD is, it's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So you know how like women have periods and they have PMS, which is premenstrual symptoms, I believe that's what it stands for. Premenstrual symptoms? Yeah, premenstrual symptoms. Anyway, so you get like cramps, you get irritation or mood swings, you get all this stuff, but PMDD is an actual disorder of PMS, and it's extreme. It's like PMS on crack. And I've had it diagnosed since I was 19, and sometimes I'm very much aware of the PMD. It's like the demons, the voices. I'm very much aware of it. And then other times I'm not aware. So I'm like, am I being insane right now? Like, I have to check myself. And then a lot of the times I'm like, I'm not even being funny. I'm not even being cool. I'm not even like, what am I doing? And I'm so hard on myself, but for what? Why? Like, me saying I don't like the eyelashes just made me overthink to the millionth degree of being like, oh my God, they're going to be like, she is so like, I don't know. I just feel like you're over there judging me. Don't judge me. me, okay? I'm just trying to be open and more honest and vulnerable with you guys. Jeez. Yeah, see, every time I look in the thing, I just feel like it's giving dance team or cheerleader, these eyelashes to me. And I also feel that way whenever I see, all right, you have these. I'm not a big fan of eyelash extensions if they don't look natural. Like, I just don't, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be a hater because people used to hate on me all the time for wearing wigs that look like helmets. And listen, I thought I was cute. I thought it was cute. Looking back, it wasn't cute. But I was still serving. I still felt confident in what I was wearing. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel confident in these lashes. I got this lip liner in the haul that I did, and I actually do like it. It's very pigmented, but I just don't like the packaging that it came in, so here goes nothing. I don't know, but I think mirrors deceive you. I think all mirrors are not created equal, because sometimes you can look like Miss Skinny Legend Who in a mirror, and then you get into another mirror, you're like, what? So it's always good to check more than one mirror. Okay, so this is the finished look. You can kind of see the glitter a little bit more here. But it's a very simple look, okay? We didn't do anything too crazy today. I think also another reason why this look with the eyelashes is giving me like dance team or cheerleaders, I haven't brushed out my curls. I just curled my hair. And I haven't brushed them out to where they're looser. So it's definitely giving like, cheer, go team, go, with these eyelashes on. I don't know why. I think it's like the density of them. I don't know. But yeah, if you like hanging out with me while I do my makeup and just chit-chatting and learning about new products, makeup, and spiritual stuff and like trends and whatever, like keep following along, subscribe, hit the like button, because I promise you, there is going to be something I offer you, whether that's through inspiration, a product of some sort, or even like teaching you something about life. I promise. Stick around because you never know what you're going to find on this channel. Anyway, I hope you guys loved the video. If you did, don't feel the need to give the video a thumbs up, but you should give the video a thumbs up. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video.